It's the Jamie B Show. 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 It's her own perspective.
What's up, everybody? I'm Janie B, and welcome to the Janie B Perspective. It's Thursday, not just any Thursday. This is Black Tea Thursday. This is the Thursday that we, myself, Janie B, and my brother, whose name is Maurice, but I don't know why it says Prince Idi Amin. Anyway, we deliver the hot topics today. My baby sister is not with us. We miss her, so it's just going to be us today. What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. You hear me okay?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, so it has been a minute that we haven't done our show because we've been having blessings on top of blessings. No, just playing. I have been in school. My brother has had many promotions at different jobs and stuff. And my sister, same thing. She's not here, but my sister is like a boss in what she does. And so, and my brother too. And she has had other things going on in her life. And so now we've come back. This is episode number 7, and this is still season number 2. We're just going to pick up where we started. So, hot topics. What you got for us?
Starting off, poor Stacey Dash.
Oh, no, I did see something about that. What happened?
She posted today. She was
Mhm.
listening to the, what's the rapper? DMX.
Oh, DMX, yeah.
And
Mhm.
actually, his song, I guess at the bottom of the hashtag, it said RIP. So
Okay.
she know that he had passed away, maybe last year?
I think so, yeah.
So she was just like, oh my gosh, I didn't know. Bawling and crying.
Wow.
Black Twitter, is already dragging her. Because
Right, because she's not liked anyway. Oh my God. So wait a minute. She just figured out that DMX died.
yes, so she's now on social media crying.
That's not supposed to be funny. I'm sorry.
Black Twitter, like Stacey Dash, that's why your card will never be given back to you.
Wow.
This lady. Yeah, I laughed, not at him, but at her, because I was like, Stacey Dash, how did you not know?
I mean, because I'm not throwing shade, has she been busy working? But that was really big information. You know why? Because I actually did on the show, I played some of his music when I was in my first season on Instagram. So that's interesting. Where was she? How did she totally, or did she forget? Because we get up in age, we forget stuff.
Well, I know she did the College Hill recently.
Right.
And Ray J and Big Frida. So I don't know where she been. She's been in the media, so
right.
Maybe she didn't know.
And they took her black card away from her a while ago because she was on Fox News, dragging Black people, serious Republican. I mean, you can be totally whatever, affiliation politically you want to be, but, have some allegiance to your people. Come on now.
It's I think BET it should be inclusive to everybody.
Right. It was just a lot of crazy stuff. Okay, so she just found that out. But then guess what? If she's been exiled from the Black community and and her Black card has been taken, she probably is not up on her melanated people information.
No, she is not.
Right? That's crazy. Okay. So what else you got? Moving on from her.
So Kobe Bryant's autopsy has been leaked. I
Mm.
seen this yesterday on TikTok. A guy was talking about it, and it basically showed a picture of his body, but it was
Oh wow.
allegedly saying he was missing like his right arm, the lower half of his body. I just felt sad because when
Yeah.
I found out
Ooh.
Kobe Bryant had passed away, I cried, and I didn't follow basketball like that, but he was so well loved and liked. It broke your heart. So me seeing that, I wasn't upset at the guy who brought it up. It just hurt my feelings. Like, oh my gosh, I don't. We know he passed away, and we know
Yeah.
hurt. He was hurt badly, or his body, but to really like hear that and see that, I think that was something that a lot of people on TikTok were like writing in the comments to the guy, like, why would you post this? And
Yeah, and they better be careful because his wife Vanessa, I think she just won like a lawsuit. I think it was against I don't know if it was like the LA County Police
that's what
Department.
I heard. He sued
Yeah, and I think it was like $16 million. I mean, she has money, but $16 million. And like, she has been on everybody's case that's been, not
Yes,
shedding her husband's character in a good light. So
yes.
she may not be too happy about that.
I was like, no,
But that's
not
so they released the report so that people can see, like you can read it and see like the condition
that.
his body was found in.
It was like a sketch that kind of said like,
Oh
but it
wow.
talked about their daughter Gianna. Her body was intact.
Oh.
Allegedly, this is what's all alleged with.
Yeah.
And that was sad because she lost her husband, her child, and their friends and parents. That was
Right.
awful.
Super sad.
That was a sad story.
Yeah, super sad. That's just always sad. But I don't know. That may be public knowledge, so there might not be anything she can do about that. It could be. I don't know about that stuff, but I think sometimes when it's like probably anybody's is because you can
Yeah.
get a person's death certificate, but
Yeah.
no one's interested in non-celebrities. We're
Yeah.
only interested in celebrities. Like if I passed away, nobody cares except you and my sister and my kids. Okay, maybe one of my coworkers. But everybody else would be like, Daddy. No, just playing. All right. What else? You got something else? What else happened in the world?
So Nene Leakes has allegedly, is what I've been reading, stopped her lawsuit against Andy Cohen and Bravo. So supposedly they settled out of court. I don't know how much it was, but they're just saying like she stopped the lawsuit, which she said it was like racism and things
Yeah.
going on. So supposedly she stopped that lawsuit and they settled out of court.
They settled out.
Yeah, for a certain amount of money.
Which was never disclosed. So she got money. So maybe if they settled out, it must have been some things
Right.
right. You know what I'm saying? Like there must have been like some real solid, evidence of racism or something. I mean, that's not unbelievable. We never got to hear what it was though, right?
No, they didn't say. She felt like, well, some reports were saying she felt like she was discriminated against, and some of her white counterparts got away with other things that.
Got you.
But then a lot of the women on Atlanta was kind of like, I was never treated that way, and I'm Black.
Well, maybe, sometimes we're in situations, some people don't notice they're being treated bad because they used to being treated bad. It's just like, I'll call out some behavior and everybody else will be like, I don't see anything wrong. I'm like, maybe you used to getting treated like that.
Exactly.
But then sometimes people don't really realize that they are experiencing some discrimination, racism, because I know I have, on times when I wasn't aware, just being in especially when leadership or the people over you are non-Black a lot of times. That's why it's good to have a lot of, diversity in upper management, top level, the executive producers. I don't know, but I know there are some shows that have, Blacks on the upper level.
Yeah.
but I don't know about like that franchise, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. It seems like, all I ever see is Andy. So, but Andy always seems cool, but I don't know. Andy throws shade.
And
Andy throws shade. Okay, so what I noticed lately, so you heard Beyonce's song, right? I mean, her album, Renaissance.
I,
Do you like it?
I love it.
Okay. I love it. I freaking love it. I've been playing it like every morning. Like Beyonce is on this next level, like empowerment. Like, I don't care what you got to say. I am living my life and I love it because Beyonce is like, she's still young, youthful, early 40s, is it? Or 40 or did she make 40?
She's 40 or 41.
Okay.
So
I knew you would know.
September 4th, she'll be 41.
Okay. And I love it when not just younger women, but younger people already like are not like so, care about what everybody has to say.
Yeah.
You're uniquely you. And that is what her album is about. And so another thing that's happened is, she has the Church Girl. So one of the titles of one of the songs is Church Girl. The Clark sisters are sampled in it. So when it starts off, right, like their gospel song, I had to write it down. It's called Center of Thy Will. And so it's one of their popular songs. So as we all know, Beyonce was raised as a Christian, in a church and everything. So the song is kind of like about sexual liberation or freedom or just being out and like maybe a person who's been out and they may go to church the next day, or she's talking about someone that used to definitely be a church girl who was maybe more like modest and because she felt like she couldn't be free. So she's kind of say, I still do the Lord's work, but I'm also me and I'm also human. And I know a lot of people can't get with that concept.
No.
The other interesting part is there's been like pastors, several, at least 3 that I've seen, 3 different ones that have gone on, the church on Sunday. Yeah. And then one was like, saying something about her and the devil. The other one just said he didn't like her, the name. He said, I'm not, she's cool. She can say what she wants, but why does she have to name it Church Girl? I didn't get that. And then this other man was kind of like on the same thing about like, she's leading the world in the wrong way and all this stuff. And I'm just like, give that girl a break. Like church people have been coming for her forever, but so much of her music, I'm sorry, I'm a little shocked. So much of her music, each song is really like saying,
yeah, she definitely,
especially her line. What is it? I was born free. No, only I can judge me. I was born free.
Yeah,
man.
Nobody cannot judge me.
Man, every time she say that, I'll be like, yeah, she has so many gems that she drops. I like it. I just wanted to highlight that she's been getting, the backlash, but she always does from that community.
I've seen one of our old favorite preachers me and you used to love a long time ago. Juanita had something to say.
Oh, what?
She says you can't be a Christian and like secular music and all of that. And how can you love the Lord, but you dance into this secular music of what she's putting out there? Then a clip came up of her.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dancing to Mary J. Blige.
Right. So come on now.
To this whole thing of she tried to play it off, and I'm like, but it's okay when you guys do things and probably cuss in traffic and holler and cuss at people. But,
right. I mean, come on, really? We're gonna really go our whole life and not listen to a secular song? And my thing is, okay, so she said that. That's fine. That's how you feel. But then you was listening to one. So I don't think you should be in the pulpit.
Yeah.
Given, and I'm not saying that like when you say it from the pulpit, it's like just so 100 times more extreme than saying it from the street. But I'm saying people's spirituality and their faith is very important and serious, and they're listening to you. And so they're expecting that if you're telling me this, then you're also doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's called being hypocritical. So did she ever have a comeback? Because I did see that video, but I didn't know the whole thing behind it.
Kind of was saying
Somebody played it for her.
I think it was Mary J. Blige's song saying, I don't know if it was Just Fine.
It was.
I think it was Just Fine.
I think it was. I used to love that song.
She
Yeah.
tried to play it. It's like, no, she was just saying she's doing wonderful. She's doing great. And I'm like, but it's still from a secular artist.
Right. So she couldn't find a gospel song to do that.
There are gospel songs that do that.
They do. I was about to say something else. I am not gonna say something else.
People didn't, like you said, look into Church Girl for what it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't saying she's going out to go sleep around with X, Y,
No.
and Z.
No.
Saying I'm free. You can't judge me. Some people are sheltered and this is for women and men. You know,
Right.
some people are sheltered and scared to live their life because of what the church is going to think. And that's why a lot of us leave the church.
Absolutely. It is. Like,
And
not. I say. I'm just joking.
Right.
Wait, is it Ashe? No, it's just like, no. Wait, what is it?
Ashe, I think.
Okay. Nobody pays attention to that part. No, so I was just joking. I know what it is. No, but seriously, no, you're right. Because it's like the church has this like chokehold on people about sex. About sex. Like, why don't we educate people about their bodies and about sex instead of just we're demonizing it, making it, we are humans and we are sexual beings. No, it does not mean and when I say that, that don't mean you're supposed to be out in the street, you know, just having sex with anybody or whatever, because it comes responsibility with that, you know, with sex. But it's like, I love the way you said, it's like, that's why some people leave, because it keeps, it places people in a box and make them feel like I can't be myself. I can't have a good time. I can't dance. And it's like, if you can't go places that the Jesus went, because he went some places he wasn't supposed to, then, you know, like, really, what good are you to the world? If you just
basically said you can't be on the praise team, secular music. You can't be an usher.
Got you.
A steward in the church. So I was like,
oh, wow.
That's me, because I listen to secular all day long, and
I don't think I could hold any position in the church.
So,
and we're definitely not bashing the church.
No.
We're just bringing awareness to a very mixed message, and also there is something called church hurt. There is something called toxic church culture. And there are people who would say not all churches, and of course, not every single solitary church. I'm sure there's some that's doing some good work, but we're talking about a prevalent culture in church. And it's usually comes out of like modesty, and especially geared towards women.
Yeah.
And then more so than men, and what we call purity culture, meaning there's like a pressure to be pure, you know, as the driven snow, and like virginity, which is a whole other topic because that's not a real thing. But anyway, I'm not gonna go there. Virginity and you know, sex before marriage and all that. And I know what we're going there. I'm not gonna go there. Okay, so anyway.
Last thing, I'm a man, and I still feel like, I feel like a church. I feel like that song relates to me because I've done it. I've been out to the club at night.
Okay.
In the morning.
It's the tea, y'all. It's the tea.
And I had to sing on the praise team that next morning.
I'm about to spit my tea out. Oh, Juanita gonna come for you.
That was your girl back in the day.
Juanita was my girl. I used to travel the world to see Juanita to Atlanta. I went to go.
Fire.
No more sheets, honey. See? That's why she's saying that. Because she said no more sheets. I'm going to pull that back up and listen to it because that still goes down in history. Okay, but Juanita, you cool with us in case you see we like you, Juanita. You are a girl. So lately, Serena Williams, this tennis star, she's been in the
Yeah.
news, and right now I believe she announced. I think it was clear. She announced that she was going to retire. She's 40 years old after the U.S. Open, which she's currently playing right now, and she's doing really well. I think Serena's gotten 23 Grand Slams. I think there's one person that has more than her. Like she's earned that many, but I think there's one person because I tried to look it up really quickly. But I couldn't get, when you want to find something fast, you don't find it fast. When you're not looking for it on Google or the internet, you find it. But when you're looking for it in a short amount of time, you don't find it. But anyway, so she's said that she's retiring because she wants to spend more time with her family, with her husband and with her daughter. And so I'm like, that makes sense. I'm like, you know what? I'm not hating. You are 40 years old and you get to choose when you're going to retire. I wish I could retire right now. Like seriously, like that's why I try to do other streams of income to do that. So I still haven't found that stream though, but I'm streaming.
And her sister been playing since they've been like little girls. So
Yes, we saw the movie and Will Smith.
oh, you know, they did show a clip of Serena's match recently, and they panned the camera to a celebrity, and they said, "Oh my gosh, Gladys Knight is here," and it wasn't Gladys Knight; it was Dionne Warwick.
You know what? They never like get us right. I feel like seriously, like they make more mistakes. I don't know if we pay attention because it's happening to like the Black community. It seems like they make more mistakes on Black people, Black people's identity than they do like any other race, right? Any other ethnicity.
Gladys Knight? What?
They do not look alike.
No.
And she is Whitney Houston's auntie. So stop playing. What age do you want to retire?
At least in my 50s. I wouldn't mind working but if it was something that I was excited about and I like doing, I wouldn't mind going into like my 50s.
Right. If you're right, that's my thing. I'm like, I always want to earn money, of course. You can do it in retirement. And I mean, I like working because I like being independent and I like earning a living and taking care of myself. I don't know. I just like doing that, right? So I do want to go out in the world, but of course I would love to be retired right now, but I would like to, I hate that we have to, if you're just a regular working person, that is at 65 or 67, because the older I get, I'm like, that's kind of far away. So I do believe in having something that, that you like to do. Like if I retired or could retire right now, this is all I would do. My show, I would spend so much more time on this because I like speaking. I like public speaking. I like engaging. I like talking to people. I like bringing awareness. So
I work with a lot of older people who are retired, working in where I work. It's a retirement community. So I just find it really good when they all come in. I'm retired. I'm a retired dentist, a lawyer, a teacher, whatever. Like I see their retirement and their pensions that's coming in, and it's good money.
I know, and they moving all slow and stuff. Like, and my job right now, because I'm in healthcare. We've had quite a few doctors retire because they were at retirement age, but prior to the pandemic, they probably had just planned to keep working, right? But because of the pandemic, it made them like rethink things. So let me go ahead and enjoy life now. And then what I can do is do some things that I just want to do, like volunteer or help the community or something like that. So it's so dope when you can retire. And we have our aunt right now who's going to retire. She worked for well, it's AT&T, but she got hired when it was Pac Bell, and she's been there for 33 and a half years, and she's about to retire. So our family's super excited for her because we remember when she started working there, and like I was like with her, I think when she filled out the application. I was a little girl. I wasn't that old. No, I mean I wasn't born. I'm just playing. No, what else you got, brother?
I
mean Prince Edie.
So people are not dragging. Some people are dragging. Some people are like, child, it's their lives. Nick Cannon and Kiki Wyatt.
I know what they're saying.
Kiki Wyatt might have 11 kids.
Oh, okay. Yes, she's contributed to the world.
Nick Cannon, I think he might just hit 10.
Oh, yeah. Didn't he just have a child? And I think he's announcing another one or something?
So people are half and half, like, why he keep bringing kids in the world? Some people are like, he got the money for it.
Right.
I was watching Cocktail with the Queens. And Vivica A. Fox was more so on the side of like, that's great that you have all this money, but is your time being spent wisely with all of these kids?
Yeah.
Like out here now just having kids just to keep having kids. Are you really being there as a father instead of just having kids because you want a whole bunch of kids?
That's a good point, because you want a whole bunch. And like you said, having children, because I have 4, and I know you help with our nephew. It's more than a responsibility. It's more than feeding, clothing, giving money. You got a whole human, your mind, body, spirit, like you said, in time, because he's not in all of these households. And, I can't, it's his decision. I just know what it goes in to make a child. And then those kids grow up and they become adults, and they're going to tell you about yourself. And you got to be prepared for that. And let me tell you something. Nobody leaves childhood unscathed. I don't care how great your parents are. Something happened to all of us, and we all have a wound. And so it's like you almost have to tend to all those wounds because those are your children. But a lot of it is the quality time, though, because it's not like they're under the same roof, too. And I don't know. He said like he was going to stop or something, but all of a sudden he just been like popping these bad boys out or the women.
As long as the Lord has blessed him to like reproduce, that's what.
Well, we know how long can that go, because a man can do that until he dies, right? Croaks. Not trying to be
on the other hand, all of her kids are maybe in the same
They're
house.
in the same house, so she got that.
And her kids only has 2 separate dads though.
Okay.
But Kiki Wyatt is like,
I still think they wrong though. But I did see. I think people talking about them is wrong. Is what I mean. I saw a meme, and it had both of them, but I didn't know exactly what they were saying. But like now, it is becoming like super. I mean, because I think with Nick, it's been in 3 years, or like it's like you just keep hearing them say that like he had a kid, and you're like, and even when you read the article, it's very hard to keep up with, because then they list Mariah Carey's, and then the lady he's with now, and then not with, and then the other one he's with, and it's like, wait, so he went, and you're like, oh, so he had one with this one, but he's still with this one. But they all know what's going on, and they're all agreeing. So it's not like he's out like lying and cheating on them. And I'm all about being, you're being honest about it. What can you say?
I think he just proposed.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I thought it was like his fiance or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got any other news going on out here in these
I don't know
streets?
Seen about Dale Vontae King, a father who got on a school bus with, I believe, his older daughter, because his younger daughter is in middle school, and they cussed out another girl who bullied his daughter. Allegedly, she got jumped. So he got on the bus, and the video I seen wasn't how a grown man should talk to a junior high school girl. He called her all type of names.
Oh no, nah.
We go on the beach and blah 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 blah. The girl was crying. The students were like, "No, but your daughter hit her too," and now he's apologizing. Oh,
Okay, so a father who was the father of a middle school girl, she was hit or got into an altercation with another kid. He gets on the school bus that she normally gets on that takes her to
yeah.
school. And does he curse out the whole bus, or he comes for the girl, or he just cursing?
He just cursed him, but he's pointing at the girl like
He's singling her out.
Yeah,
And
blah
what
blah
he's
blah.
gonna do to her.
Yes, and telling her to get her mommy, her dad. But then
Oh,
he says after in the interview that he's talked to the principal, he's talked to the
oh.
person's parents. They haven't done anything, so he was protecting his daughter. But social media is saying it's the way you, as a grown man, are now putting fear into this young girl on this school bus.
Now he's the bully because the other girl is younger than him, and it's somebody he is stronger than.
Yeah.
And he has he is like he's more an authoritative figure. So it's like now he's being the bully to that girl. So that's not like a good example. I did see somewhere where a lot of people were supporting him, like, well, your daughter should have stopped or something like that. But I'm like, but it's the way he handles it, and he shouldn't have been speaking to her. Or if he did say something, it should have been like something more appropriate. And also, why are you doing it in front of all these other kids, and why are you holding up the school bus and these children got to go to school?
So parenting,
Huh?
gentle parenting.
I'm all for conscious and gentle parenting. He should have said, "How do you feel?" No, I'm just playing. So, yeah, that wasn't the way to go about it. And he should have got. I mean, and after that, what would you have done? Like, so if I contacted the school, the principal, the teacher, the bus driver, the other parent, and it keeps going on. My next thing is, for one, I'm going to teach my child self-defense, and then the other thing I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to go to the school and maybe be there sometime, but I'm going to, or maybe you should go over the principal, or maybe I'll take my child off the bus for a while. I don't know, but I agree that it shouldn't have been like.
He did talk to that child in a way as to be like, I just want to speak to you. What's the issue going on between you guys? Are you guys not getting along? Why are you guys fighting? You guys shouldn't be doing this. You guys should be young ladies. Talk to her in a calm way. I wouldn't, as a grown man.
Yeah.
A middle school child.
And he could get in trouble. That's probably why he apologized.
Yeah. He could his job.
So have you heard about this Irv Gotti and Ashanti thing going around?
Oh, Irv Gotti.
So I guess they did a documentary on Murder Inc. I have not seen it. I only saw one clip where he's like talking to his family at the table or something. So because I know it's on BET, so I ended up getting, I think I ordered BET, the streaming app, but now I'm going to cancel it because I only got it to watch that. I think that's what it's on, right?
I thought it was BET Plus, but every time I look for it on the
phone, I only have BET, and then I don't know. Is Plus different from the Black BET?
I think with Plus, it has like a lot more shows, all the Tyler Perry stuff. Like you can watch more things.
Okay, I don't think I have Plus. So anyway, I'm not able to see it, but I want to see it. I'm sure there's some way I can see it. I just haven't, But anyway, so Irv, so it's a documentary again about Murder Inc. and Irv Gotti, and he was the founder, right? And that was the whole era of Ja Rule with Nelly and with Ashanti. So he's saying that he had a relationship with Ashanti, that they were having sex, they was having a relationship. Now he was married at the time, but one other thing I looked up, but his wife was in that little clip I saw, and she said that they were separated at the time, that she was used to him always being gone because of business. But she was like, I didn't sign up for all these. She said, I didn't sign up for all these other. She said, I didn't sign up for him, being around and cheating with these other women. That was different. She said, I don't know where all these hoes came from. I was like, Dave, that's what she said. So anyway, he was having a relationship with Ashanti, allegedly, and Ashanti has come back and said adamantly that we didn't have a relationship. Like, he liked me, maybe he really loved me, he's being delusional. And people are like, oh, she's lying. But my thing is like, oh, you believe that they did? Or was that known? I don't know.
People always try to say it was her and Ja Rule.
Yeah, because they worked together for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was young, but
because he's 10 years older than her.
I mean, if it is true,
let me see how old she was.
Why is he like going so hard? Like, now he's doing a documentary. Like, I don't know. I'm 50-50. Like, is there some truth to this?
Okay, Ashanti is 41.
Okay.
And I think he's my age. So I'm just looking it up. So yeah, it's like, why kiss and tell? Because why would you say that after all this time?
Right. Like, why are you even bringing it up? Like, why?
He's a music producer.
He's so obsessed with her.
He's 50. He's 52.
Okay.
So yeah, so he's 52. His birthday just passed. I'm looking at pictures. So he's 52. So he's 10 years older than her. So that was a big difference back then. I agree too. I was like, why'd you come out and say it now? You kissing and telling. Even if it happened, she said it didn't. So I don't know. Because she said it didn't. So I'm just going to side with the lady because, when I was coming up, that's what guys would do. They would say, I slept with you. And they used to tarnish girls' reputations, and the girl always was the one looking bad. That was just a big thing of them saying like they slept with somebody. So I'm saying it's not true.
Also bad because Ashanti got the rights to her masters for that album that went platinum. So she re-recorded the album that took her career to the stratosphere. He's mad about it as well.
Okay. And then, another thing is maybe it wasn't to the effect of like how he sang it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because some people said she probably like, like there's the thing that like women don't count everybody. And she's probably maybe like they could have messed around. And she's like, now you on here saying we were in a whole situationship. Like, really?
What? Like, she messed my whole mind up when she walked into the party with Nelly, and I was just distraught. I was all over the place. Like, he made it seem like they was in a whole.
Oh, you know what she said about him? She said he was emotional. Or like he's very emotional or delusional. He does seem like a super emotional type. Not like we all don't have emotions, but like he's like, dramatic. He's like really into them. Right. Right. Because like he brought it up and now he's like, I'm not talking about it anymore. But you know what? It's like, it's a real flex for him because he's a guy and she's totally beautiful. Yeah. So it's like, that's a whole flex for like a straight man to be like, I was with Ashanti. So,
but I like how she's basically paying him all type of dust. It's like, no.
Yes, I love how she's doing it. Like, no, I didn't. And you know what? A lady, don't tell on yourself, ladies. It's like that's nobody's business.
She ain't got to say nothing. He can stay mad, like.
Right, and he said he talked about it because they were in he was being interviewed for a documentary, and I guess he was like, I'm doing a tell-all. You probably ain't told it all. You ain't told everything you've been doing. You told that part. Come on now. And why are you telling her business? You should have ran that. You should have ran. If it was all that and it was as deep as it was, I think she would have admitted it. And number two, you should have contacted her and said, baby girl, I'm about to spill the tea.
He should be careful because if she wanted to, she could sue him.
That's true because obviously there's no proof.
There's no proof for that.
Okay, so another thing I heard in the news was in the state of New York. Well, I don't know if it was New York City. Maybe it's the whole state, New York. they banned the sale of whipped cream, the cream in the can to anybody under 21 years of age, because they're saying that young people are taking the can and they're somehow inhaling the chemical that is the same as laughing gas that you would get at the dentist if you were doing dental work, and they're getting high off of it. So I'm like, are they like squeezing out the whipped cream in their mouth too? Or or you just squeeze out all the whipped cream, and then after that, maybe, and then the propellant comes out and you inhale it? Because remember a long time ago when they did the spray cans, they start locking those up at craft stores and stuff where young people couldn't buy spray.
I thought once the whipped cream was out, it was done. You used to shake the thing like it was
right.
like,
So right, and not that young people really watch my show, and I wouldn't want to give instructions on how that works, but I'm thinking, well, how did that come out the can? Because I remember I was young and we all used to take whipped cream and go, spray in your mouth. So I'm just like, that's a trip. So anyway, that was kind of strange to see, but that was
really
something that I saw. Whoa. One more thing. So about Genuine. So have you been seeing lately, like they showing Genuine in like all these in these different, like he slides to the side, he slides to that side, and then like he's singing his song and all that, and the pony song. So I saw him probably 3 or 4 years ago live in person at a small setting, like smaller than Yoshi's. And so I was like right at the stage, right? Because it was like in a little club lounge type place. And like he had like some weight on him. He looked really good, moving really well. And that's the last time I saw him. Seriously, that must have been in 2019. I don't think it was 18. For some reason, I think it was 2019. Well, now they've been showing these pictures. Look like he lost a lot of weight. Like, you seen him?
Yeah, he had on them slacks and them church shoes.
Right. And he never used to. It's like he just all of a sudden in 3 years, like he changed. I'm not saying we don't age, but I'm saying I personally saw him like right here close. Like I even probably have those pictures in my phone. And he didn't look, I was like, did he get sick or something? And his dancing isn't the same, and the singing. I'm like, what happened, but I hate to say that. I'm so wrong.
That's why every time.
Right. And like there's memes, but he has like such a good attitude because he came out and like he acknowledged everything. And he was like, y'all calling me old now. Y'all talking about me. So he was like super good spirited about it. But they've been coming for him. Because I was thinking like, I was like, has he read any of this? Like people really talking about it. Because nobody used to talk about him. And he was like, I guess I'm more popular than what I thought. And then said he was going to come out with a podcast. I said, if one more person come out with a podcast. When I say I have a podcast, I'll be like, people probably like, you got a podcast? Like everybody got a podcast. But my podcast is going to blow up though. So, but he said his podcast is going to be called The G Spot.
Oh, okay.
I guess for Genuine. But I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else? I like your shirt, by the way, incoming call.
Oh, we don't
you want to accept that?
We want to
incoming call is money. We answer all calls for money. Yes, 510. No. You can hit me up on the Janie B Perspective. So I thank you for joining me tonight. It was a super cool show. I'm glad that we're back. This show is a live recording, but it will be when you watch it and you're watching it right now. I thank you for joining. It's being pre-recorded. I did not edit anything out. We're leaving everything in. I am in school on Thursdays now, so I can't do the show live on Thursdays for this fall semester. So during this semester, so hopefully next semester, I won't have a class on Thursday and we can do live. So I'll just be recording them live. Tell my sister that I love her. If you enjoyed the content and you liked everything that you saw here, please subscribe to the Janie B Perspective. We are on YouTube. I will be doing shows every first, second, and third Thursdays. I thank you so much. I will be back next week on Thursday, and that will be for 7 p.m. Peace. Good night, brother. All righty, let's play the outro.
Janie B Show.